Lord love a duck. What can I say? Had a beautiful conversation with a friend, and then I started feeling this energy after Sir Carl Jung, that's what I'm calling him now, was brought up in his analogy, the teachings, and so forth. And I read up on his upbringing, and I've studied psychology before, and anyway, I tonight when I was talking, I was like to my friend, may I, have permission to share what I feel? And so I was sharing. But then later it was like, I felt like a freezer box, which I've experienced before on many occasions. And it's like a spirit that's earth dwelling, that's maybe beyond curiosity. It could be that and it's beyond the being lost. It's kind of like when someone has been murdered. And so I'm like, I'm going to let another guide take care of that. So I found myself going and saying a name of someone who I think of a collective group. There was 5 RCMP and then 2 medics. And so it being that let's just say in a unique way, Siminoi just said, yeah, I'm not taking care of this. May you take care of it. And I said someone's name, and I was just like really cold, like the person that gets kind of, when you step in a freezer box and you feel chills, you feel cold. And so, forgive me, the lighting isn't the greatest, but you know what? Impermanence, accept what is, aging, and I'm soon getting ready for bed. And I look forward to getting my hair done. Okay, so either way, I was told that this person was murdered in Cold Lake, and it was tonight. It wasn't, which was kind of in the last 24 hours. And we're what, July 15th of 2026? Or is it considered July 17, 2026? Either way, within this timeline. And this person, I never got a name, but normally I do. And, or I may have, but I told this other, so whatever the name may be. And it was just the feelings I was getting. First of all, from the spirit at the beginning, I was feeling like a jab in the bottom of the foot. And then I was like, oh, they're maybe pointing out the scar in my foot. So I shared the story of how I got my scar. But then I was just like, maybe there's more to it than that. And I don't quite realize what it is. And so this could be a soulful family member. Either way, this person was murdered in Cold Lake, Alberta. And it was like, let's see, I'm getting shivers in my right side, but even though the energy is from my left. And so I won't say the name, but it starts with a B, who was our CMP officer, and a unique name to say the least. And so then I'm like feeling energetic, like someone's getting out of bed and running to it, however it may be. I'm just leaving it for those that have been in that line of work or are in that line of work. And I called on a guide to help that was once a police officer, to help in a different way. And so I don't know if it'll come up in the news feed or however it'll be. And these names, like somebody says Charmaine, but you know what? I use discernment because you never know who the person's name is or who it may be. I'm pretty sure it was a female. And this was tonight. This was not, because I went online after and I looked and they said there was a murder and so far this year of a woman. And this woman tonight was running in the fields, like was running away in fear. And so I was led to this picture too, and I'm like, I can't look. I just can't tonight. And so there's some unusual things arising, and I just have to let it be as it may and leave it to the professionals. I know in the past I picked up the phone and I called the police and I, got a call back, and but at the same time, I'm like, okay, been there, done that in a different way. I'm going to stick to the sound healing and be on the mend in a way that I am, because if you only knew, like, I truly knew. I know I'm authentic and I know I'm honest, so they come to me. And so I'm not going to go with what I'm told now. I'm just going to stay with what once and what was and what I shared with somebody else. And I said, maybe in a couple of days you may hear about it. Maybe not. No, yes, I don't know. I'm just going to be thankful. Even though somebody stole crystals, I had a crystal grid and it needed clearing. And it was gifted to me last Christmas. And it was a beautiful grid. It was on a Metatron, kind of like on a picture frame plaque. And it had all these beautiful crystals. And I had to clear it. I said, it's not your fault, crystals. And I was using some essential oils, but I was putting over Florida water, and I placed it in my crystal garden, is what I call it, and I had it in a frame, and it was just really weird. The frame broke, so I'm like, okay. So I chucked the frame and I kept the crystals and the grid, and I knew I was meant to. I wasn't meant to keep that frame because there was imprinting on it, and it's kind of like a portal, and it had to be gone, gone, gone. And so it went missing in the last few days. I know yesterday it was Spirit reminding me to look, and so I was looking, but I was just like, it's okay, like I'm not, And then it was tonight or today when I went out, I went, oh. And I'm like, it'll come to me how it disappeared. It always does. Not that I want to access anyone's check records. I just, yeah. And, I was thinking back to, anyway, certain direction, but I'm not going to pick myself apart or beat myself up in the process. And so people will do unusual things. And so I'm just going to leave it as it may and say goodnight and say thank you, Sir Carl Jung, for your work. I still don't think it was an illusion. They call it the Viewmaster for years and years now. The real, which is so funny. I used to call the real, the real, the real. and in my mind's eye, and how you would see, just like you would a reel on social media, a picture in your mind's eye. And so it just is. It can be either sent to you subliminally, where you just have a clear knowing and you don't even have to see the picture in your mind, or it could be the picture. And this is not from the subconscious of a memory that you had. This is something that I'm like, this is far out there. This is not, like, you can't even make this up. This has nothing to do with your experiences. It has nothing to do with the remembrance. It has to do with seemingly seeing something in the now of what is. It just is. And it usually leads to something. So I was even saying tonight, I pray that even the dream that I had not too long ago, it was a scary dream. There was like a conflict between me and someone else about something of ownership, and feeling betrayed, and then feeling as if like I'd lost someone in grief. And then all of a sudden it's like having this, my gosh, dream that I'm standing there and there's a bunch of people and a child falls down the stairs and falls on their head. It was just, but I don't know. I woke up, so I don't know what the outcome was. And do I? Right? Is this past life? Is this a parallel life? Because past lives come to me differently. It's in meditation, not in dreams. Dreams are usually premonitions. So I'm like, please don't let it come true that I see this happen. Because it's traumatic. So you can see how barriers and blocks go up, because then people that get, images or dreams, they start to do avoidance in certain situations, which can get in the way of your ascension, your destiny, your plan, anything. I'm like saying to this person, oh, I pray this, I pray that kind of thing. And at the same time, you go with an ebb and flow, what is, and then you're like, don't really want to know. No, thank you. Do not want to know. No, thank you. Living a life experience, being with what is part of me. Whew. And so I'm very tired, as you can see. Off to bed I go. I think the sound healing from a couple of days ago is still in effect. It's like that thing, 2 days before the full moon and 2 days after. I'm grateful. I see a teddy bear across the room. I'm like, I want to go and grab it and cuddle it and go to sleep, even though I have this beautiful, beautiful animal on my lap. The bear has no expectations at all. Nothing. Don't get me wrong. This dog of mine, she's 10 months old today, and she's magnificent. She's like passed out on my lap in a way I can't even describe. She brings me joy. So, being thankful. Oh my gosh. And if I open that book across the room too, and I see a page and the synchronicity and the wow, and it'd be like, oh, and it'll be like Lamora's page open up for I don't know how many days now. I'm like, oh wow, taking a picture, and it's just like, when was it when I originally opened that? Usually I document in these books, and so it's kind of ironic that things have shifted and changed. And as you can see, even my face, see how my face is shifting and changing just talking about a book? And it's my body. See how that happens? Shifts and changes? It's not cool when someone's trying to transcend something through me. I end up, like, see how my face was really clear? And now my face is turning all red and blotchy? I'm not a transcender. I've never contracted to transcend spirit. Especially, I remember having this vision, and it was like Lord Sanada, which I referred to him as Jesus at the time, where I had a vision. There was this beautiful light that he was, and my grandmother and my mother being light. And them both, and he told them, you can be there for her, but you are not to transcend through her auric field, my astral body. And so they listen wisely, obviously, as being divine beings. And so there is human beings, there is beings that will try to transcend because they may have disease. They may have things that are going on that they're not happy with physically or mentally. So they try to downwind, they try to vampire effect in a different way. It's hard to describe energetically. And how this is proven scientifically, I don't know. But I've had that where even I've been somewhere and somebody would notice it right away. It's almost like, when you end up drinking alcohol and your face I'm allergic to alcohol, so my face would get totally red and little, little things would happen to my body. So maybe this person is an alcoholic and is trying to transcend through me energetically. Who knows? I don't know. I don't understand the scientific evidence behind it. Have you ever been energetic around someone who is drunk? And then you feel automatically drunk even though you haven't touched an ounce of alcohol? So in the Dharma teachings, they talk about that. Like, be careful what you surround yourself with. And so whether it's drugs or alcohol or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, though, like, some people speak in moderation, it's okay, and this and that. And I just know for me, I can't drink. I can't eat meat anymore. Let me rephrase that. May I continue not to drink? May I continue not to eat meat? And my life will be prolonged, guaranteed. So may be well, may be happy, may be free, and recognizing how to reach, yes, some say nirvana, but to reach love and kindness in a way of being free from anger, free from ill will, free from jealousy, free from physical and mental suffering. And so that way, self-awareness and loving yourself so unconditionally. See, it's starting to lift me now. And this is not hot flashes, just so you know, because I know the energetic feeling that I feel, and it's not mine. So it's one of those things where you say, not my energy, not my emotion. You can even say return to sender with no return address. Please and thank you. The councils are watching, and I believe that to be true. This is not paranoid delusional. Like, we're talking a higher source where it's not human beings that are watching watching everything and anything. There's a reason why people are rebirthed, reincarnated. Some would even say that us living a life experience, that we're all trapped due to human conditioning and that we're hell on earth. I don't know. There's too many miracles and beautiful things to believe in that. I have to, and let me rephrase that. May I continue to see life as a beautiful gift and to embrace it. No matter what's going on, and know there is something greater than my understanding that's taking care of things. Don't get me wrong, there's things where I have to be an activist and I have to act on certain things, which I know I've been distracted in getting done. And maybe that's just a part of me always wanting to escape, you know. And it's not escaping my own demise, but it's like, oh, live in peace, pick your battles, pick your wars, be in peace. Like, Lord love a duck, you cannot control or do anything about those that are deceptive, those that are dishonest, those that kill live beings of any sort, those that, you know, choose to drink, use illicit drugs, smoke, do all these things. You cannot do anything about those that have eating disorders or whatever. We can continue on. We all think we can do something about it, but in reality, the only person can do something truly, truly, truly about these addictions especially is the person themselves. They have to make the shift, the move, the change. Nobody can do that for them. Only they themselves can do it. It's so funny when I see the way I'm sitting right now is I'm all crunched in. Oh, Lord love a duck. By the way, ducks, Lord love a duck. Oh my gosh, they have ducks. I've been saying this for quite some time, so I didn't know this, but somebody informed me today at this beautiful nursery where they sell beautiful stuff, and this person told me, like, I saw these ducks, and I'm like, oh, Lord love a duck. And she goes, they're very popular in the 70s. They used to put them on their steps, and they would dress them up. And I'm like, oh, Lord love a duck. Like, oh my gosh. I saw the duck. I saw the outfit. I'm like, yeah, if I was to get one, this is what I would get. And so, I don't know, with my crystals going missing in my backyard, do I want to get a duck in the front yard and have that go missing too? No, I don't think so. Not ever. And so anyway, even though, you know, anyway, I'm not going to get into this stuff, but oh, Lord love a duck. I don't know how human beings can live with themselves. Fear, believing things that are not true, not using discernment. It's and the thought forms that came up, I'm like, oh Lord. I thought of this one woman and I said, oh, please, may that not be true. May that not be true, because if you only knew. Let's just not even go there, because that would be like saying, I'm welcoming the gossip realm. No, thank you. So may you be well, may you be happy, may you be safe.